Ramadan Kareem, welcome to the Lovin Dubai show with me, Casey.
And Farah.
And we go through the big trending stories. Our top story today, a beggar who was targeting luxury cars was arrested with 20,000 dirham in Dubai.
And traveling on Hessa Street is going to drop from 24 minutes to just 5.
Wow, amazing. We're also talking about parents being hit with a 50,000 dirham fine for their kids riding a quad bike on the streets of Dubai.
And a Dubai taxi driver breaks down just how safe your ride really is.
In today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 20 to 28 degrees. I cried.
I get it.
This weekend.
I didn't really shed tears, but I was like...
I'm in an emotional place, Farah.
Oh, right. I understand.
Nearly 6 months pregnant, everything makes me cry, but Punch.
Oh yeah, Punch, the monkey.
The cute little monkey.
He's so cute.
I think everyone is pretty much... Kirby, do you know about Punch and the trials and tribulations of Punch this weekend? No?
I think everyone has seen.
So it's basically been like an Oscar-winning movie over the course of 2 days that took place across the internet. So this baby Punch, he's like 6 or 7 months old. When he was born, his mom rejected him. And so the zookeepers fed him until he was like 6 or 7 months. And at the beginning of this weekend, they tried to integrate him back into society. Him or her?
I think it's him. Actually, I don't know.
They tried to integrate Punch back into society.
Yeah.
And Punch was getting bullied. And so they introduced this IKEA orangutan.
Oh, they gave the monkey a little baby monkey.
They gave him a little baby monkey. And so, but there were like the bullying continued, as you can see here.
But there was one video of there was like a random like adult monkey that like held him and like cuddled him.
So the happy ending, but for a day there, we all thought this IKEA monkey was going to be his new mom. Bless you.
Thank you.
But finally, this other mom
she takes him and cuddles him. The baby. But it's so cute how he's so protective of the stuffed toy.
Oh.
It's the cutest thing.
He just wanted some love.
Yeah, that's all he wants.
6 to 7 months. I don't think you're allowed to have monkeys as pets, but
no.
But how adorable are they?
They were all saying like, everyone was just saying like, oh, they really want to visit Japan because that's where it is. He's in a zoo in Japan, and they all want to go rescue him, but you can't really keep him. But he's so cute. And he is attached to one of the zookeepers.
I saw that video.
Yeah, every time the zookeeper would walk by, he would just climb up his leg and just stand and just sit there like, yeah.
And then the zookeeper's like, no, this is your time. And the zoo, they're putting some updates on their Twitter account and they're getting millions of views. And there's uproar because they posted a video of Punch getting bullied because it was during the integration phase. And so the zoo was like, this kind of has to happen, guys.
Oh.
You know, it's like the whole world is like, like poor Punch, but they're like, no, he or she has to make the effort, not make the effort, but there has to be a moment where he's finally accepted and we can't step in. We have to just allow this to happen. The animal kingdom is so fierce.
It is. It's so hard to like watch it because your instinct is just to say, oh, just take it away from there, put him somewhere else, like put him with a bunch of other babies. But then they know best. Zoologists will know best that the animal should probably be integrated. But mother rejected him was just so sad.
Yeah.
No.
Apparently IKEA have donated. Those stuffies are so recognisable, don't you? Right? You know, there's like 2 or 3 from IKEA.
Them. Yeah.
And they're so recognisable. And IKEA have donated loads of stuffed toys for,
Yeah.
as they should have.
Yeah, I think a lot of people also started donating soft toys for Punch. I think that's what I was seeing. But this monkey's become so famous. It's the new Moodang.
Yeah, I think even bigger
baby.
because there was so much.
There's just too much sympathy there. Like everyone's like, oh, heartbreaking, want to go see it.
But we needed that happy ending.
Yes, we really did.
And we got it.
Yeah.
So
such a cutie.
off to Japan we go to meet Mr. Punch. Okay, let's jump into our top story of the day. A beggar who was targeting luxury vehicles was arrested with 20,000 dirham on himself in Dubai. Dubai police have arrested a man for begging in a parking lot, and he was found to be carrying 20,000 in cash. Officers say he was specifically targeting owners of luxury vehicles in car parks and at traffic lights, using sympathy stories to solicit money from kind strangers.
The arrest is part of Dubai Police's ongoing campaign to combat begging and protect the city's public image. Authorities are urging residents not to give money to beggars, warning that many use fabricated stories to gain sympathy.
Instead, people are encouraged to report incidents by calling 901 or using the Police Eye service on the Dubai Police app, while directing those in need to official charities and support channels. There's the photo that Dubai Police shared next to us.
It's crazy, 20,000 dirhams in cash.
20,000 dirham in cash. Oh. And it's so tricky because the holy month of Ramadan is the month of giving, and it's so difficult if you see someone in need. Excuse me, but I think what Dubai police are saying here is that it's a racket.
Yeah, essentially this is all just it's one big scam. These people really take advantage of the holy month, and they just try to make a quick buck, and they can succeed, but the whole point is to, donate and give your money and your charities and stuff to through official channels, and not just to random people that you see on the street, because you never know, they could be carrying 20,000 dirhams in cash.
It's so tricky, and I've heard stories before that these are targeted rings that will fly in from other countries to do this.
Oh yeah, I heard that before.
And while it's so sad that as humans we have to kind of build up a wall and say, is this person legitimately in need, or are they part of a scam? And it's a horrific decision to have to make in your mind, but I think what the police are trying to say is, if everyone says no, the scamming will stop and they won't be able to make such a massive amount of money. Have you ever been approached in Dubai by beggars?
Not recently at all, not within the past few years. The only one I could really think of was back when I was in university. There would be people that would say, I'm here on a visit visa, my money ran out and I can't travel back or something like that. So they would just ask for money. I normally would just try to ignore it because I'm like, I shouldn't be contributing to this, and I don't know if this is part of a bigger scam or if they're genuine. But at the same time, if they are genuine, they can always try to speak to authorities and try to get that managed, because I know that authorities have their doors open to these kinds of situations.
You have to report it.
Yeah.
I was approached once in an open car park area, and he did look down and out, but I think because you're so not used to it in this country.
Yeah,
I have a bit of a safety thing where I get a bit nervous, and I'm like, I don't actually carry cash. So
yeah, I mean, the reality of the situation is no one really carries cash anymore. So I guess in a way, beggars asking for money is gonna become obsolete anyway. Because no one's
one
carrying
has the cash to give.
Yeah. Huh, that's a good way to think about it, actually.
Unless it's during the holy month and you're carrying ED,
Ideas?
Ideas for
Yeah,
kids?
yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that tradition? Because I didn't realize that you have to give ideas to everyone.
Oh, yeah. You should. Well, so if you're an adult, you give ideas in cash to younger family members. Most of them are kids. You can give like 20 to up to 50 dirhams. You can go wild and give more than 100 if you're feeling fancy. But the general thing is you give to everyone who's younger, family members.
So if you're a 35-year-old, you're giving 50s to the 25-year-olds? That's kind of what a few in the office are saying this week, that it's everyone younger than you. And it just doesn't
It
stop.
is everyone younger than you, but 35 going to 25, I feel like not really. So like in my family, the older cousins won't give the younger cousins. It's the parents.
It's the generational. And is it only during Eid?
Yeah.
Okay.
First or second day of Eid if you missed out on the first day, but it's only during Eid.
So my suggestion that people are carrying cash is not legit.
Or they're trying to pay for zakat fitr. So we as people that are fasting, we will give charity because we're fasting.
Yeah.
I don't understand the entire explanation, but I do know that that's how it works. So I even called my mom yesterday. I was like, can I pay for it now? And she was like, yes, you can pay for it now. And because I'm a household of one, with the only person fasting, so I'll only pay towards myself. So you can give 20, 30, 40, 50 dirhams. And I gave that out in cash yesterday because I found one of those like machine things that it was like you can pay, but it wasn't connected to the internet. And I really wanted to pay it so I don't forget. But yeah, so I paid that through cash.
And so it's governmental.
They will handle it, yeah. They will make sure that it goes to the right people. Essentially, it's Muslims giving back to other Muslims that are in need.
So amazing.
They just handle that. And instead of you having to go out and find where to put your money and stuff like that, they just handle it for you. So that's what I did yesterday.
Such a phenomenal thing. And so that's where charitable
That's
money
where you should
be going.
Exactly.
Let's jump into our next story of the day.
So Hessa Street travel time is set to drop from 24 to just 5 minutes. So if you drive on Hessa Street regularly, may God be with you, this might be the news you've been waiting for. So phase 2 of the Hessa Street development project is finally happening and the numbers are big. So once the project is complete, the journey time along the corridor between Al Khail Road and Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road is expected to drop from 24 minutes to 5. There's more. The project spans a 3-kilometer corridor and includes the upgrading of 3 major intersections, new bridges extending 8,000 meters, and a 480-meter tunnel. It's going to improve entry and exit points on connecting roads, and it's going to expand Hessa Street from 2 lanes to 4 in each direction, which we're already seeing.
Everyone's dancing. This is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Capacity will double from 4,000 vehicles per hour to 8,000 vehicles per hour, which is a 100% increase. The roads currently handle around 500,000 trips per day and serve 10 residential and development areas. It currently benefits around 650,000 residents. And phase 1 is almost complete.
Exactly. Phase 1 of Hessa Street development project is set to open in April. It features completed bridges, upgraded intersections, and dedicated cycling tracks. And according to Matar Al-Tayr, Director General and Chairman of the Board of Executive Directors of RTA, Phase 2 complements Phase 1, which will be fully completed in the first quarter of 2026.
First quarter of 2026, that's looking pretty close. It's so phenomenal. I have guests, visitors here at the moment, and I was discussing that some areas are tightly congested. For example, there's an area in the marina that there's so much building going on its roadworks, but it's all essentially infrastructure improvements. And we will look back to this time and think, oh my gosh, do you remember all those roadworks? Because this won't continue. It's just to facilitate the massive number of new residents. We hit 4 million just before the end of the year. And we will look back at this time and say, gosh, that was tricky for traffic.
Yeah.
But it will get better.
Essentially, it's a lot of construction and then causes a little bit of traffic, but then the traffic will improve because of the construction. But when I was going on Hessa Street with my friend, we were driving to go back home to JVC. So you have to, you can take a couple different roads, but essentially to go to JVC, you have to take a Hessa Street exit unless you're coming from Hamad bin Zayed. Regardless, if you're coming from the other side, you have to take Hessa Street. And so that means I go on that road quite a bit. And it made us think, Hessa Street, we weren't thinking of Hessa Street because it's already like being done. One of the roads has already opened the 4 lanes, which is amazing. It made such a difference. But we were thinking JVC used to be so much less crowded back in the day when I was living there way before. And now...
What year are we talking?
So I moved there in 2021 and I stayed there until 2022, I think. And even pre that, when my friend was there in 2018, 19, it was so good. Like, the roads were very smooth. There wasn't a whole lot of, there was a lot of construction, obviously, but like, it wasn't too bad. But it made us think that developments should see if the area or the street is going to accommodate the road. What's it called? If it could, I can't explain that. But I think I'm getting the point across.
You are.
Should
I get you.
major developments be approved without road capacity in the first place? I think before starting to build something new, developers, they need to seek approval from the area developer, and try to figure out if will this development... I'm having such a hard time wording it. What is wrong with me?
I know exactly what you're saying.
It's Ramadan things, guys. Brain is just a little bit switched off. Yeah.
Will the development have too much of an impact on traffic? Let's say, for example, it's a 22-story building, which will mean 3,000 more people, which will mean like 1,500 extra cars coming into our community. Can we handle it?
Yeah.
I imagine there must be that type of level of approval already.
I hope there is, because when you look at some areas that are super congested, I'm thinking like Business Bay, JVC, that sort of thing. When you think of these areas, I kind of go like, did they think this through first? Like, that road is so small. There's no way that they can fit all these people living in that new building and all exiting at the same time during like rush hours or things like that. But I guess in a way they probably do.
I think it's just, we're just in a bottleneck.
Yeah.
At the moment. And
growing pains.
Exactly, growing pains. And it's really difficult to say there is light at the end of the tunnel, because I know that some people leaving work during the beginning of the holy month of Ramadan, it was taking 3 hours to get from our side of Dubai to the other.
Yeah, it was mad.
But all of the roadworks happening are all to increase capacity.
Yeah, at the end of the day, all of these like roadworks that we're experiencing is to eliminate traffic as much as possible, and we are seeing it with projects like Hessa Street. It's definitely made a difference, and more to come.
And all of that marina stuff, it's all new roads. It's all new roads. And when they're ready, and I mentioned before, out to Al Qudra, there's a lot of roadworks there, but they've opened one road. And when they open even that one road, you feel it. You're like, it's getting a little bit quicker.
The Arabian Ranches flyover one. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it in action as well. And wow.
Huge infrastructure happening there, huge infrastructure happening at Al Fay, and they're doing this all consecutively, all at the same time. So although it's a massive gridlock in different areas at the moment, I do think that it's going to get better.
Yeah, it's just a matter of waiting for it to completely finish. But you can see it happening, like in person. Things are definitely changing, roads are definitely improving. But
it was an interesting question that you asked, because I know that we're working with a real estate developer at the moment, and one of their key plugs was 2 minutes in, 2 minutes out. to get to the highway.
Oh yeah.
And I hadn't seen that before, but I thought that's obviously what people are looking for.
Yeah.
It's accessible via the highway, that you're not going into a community, because I feel like every community is gridlocked at school time hours.
Oh yeah.
There's none that aren't affected.
Yeah.
Right?
I think most communities,
Parents tell me I'm wrong. I don't know.
It takes a little bit of time to exit and enter the community. Even if you're somewhat on the outskirts, you will still experiencing leaving and entering, like Production City when we're leaving the office. Once we are exiting and going onto the highway, there's a little bit of traffic there.
Same as Production City.
So yeah.
It's getting better, guys. It's getting better.
You just have to wait for it.
Keep those cars on the roads. Don't keep quad bikes, because you could be hit with a 50,000 dirham fine. It happened to some parents, and Dubai police have reported it over the weekend. The police confiscated a recreational quad bike and took legal action after patrol officers stopped a child who was riding on a public street on the quad bike with another child, which you can see right there beside us. They called it a recreational motorbike, but I would call that a quad bike.
Yeah. What's that quad bike?
Officers intervened immediately, of course, to protect the kids, because this just is not safe for road users.
Major General Saif Mohair Al-Muzairi warned that children are not physically or mentally prepared to handle traffic, and said recreational bikes must only be used in designated supervised areas. The Guardian was summoned, the bike was impounded, and a release fee of 50,000 dirhams was imposed, with legal action taken under Wadima's law.
Wadima's law is actually very interesting. We were taking a look at it before. It's been in circulation since 2016, but it essentially protects kids' rights under an entire umbrella of things, including making sure that kids have the appropriate living standards, access to health services, education, equal opportunities. And so general kid safety, basically a lot of things could fall in under this. So the kids weren't essentially fined, the parents weren't fined because they're on a kid bike, it's because their safety is being essentially neglected. Dubai police are urging parents to supervise their children and report dangerous behaviour by calling 901 or using the Police Eye service on the app. They warned that allowing children to ride vehicles on public roads is extremely dangerous, as they are not physically or mentally prepared to handle traffic or sudden situations.
100%. I mean, I can't fathom why why kids would think that it's, or why parents would think that it's safe for kids to be driving things like this on like actual roads and not in like designated areas.
I think you're thinking, why who owns a quad bike like that? And I imagine it's for the family at the weekends.
Yeah.
And you take it out to the desert for a lot of fun, and it's so epic that we have the desert to take that to, because when I was younger, we had quad biking, but you'd had to go to a forest and you paid for it, and it was like a big treat. But here, if you could get the quad, you can take it out to the desert, you can do what you want.
Yeah. But don't do it like on the, just, I don't know, don't do it within the community, within your residential community. Like, that's not safe for anyone involved. Not for other people, not for yourself. Like, it's just not safe.
I wonder if the parents knew. Interestingly enough, I was driving home yesterday and I saw kids on motorized bikes pulling wheelies.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are doing that recently.
Yeah, I'm seeing it's quite common. And I think this is kind of a message. I think this story, these parents were summoned. The quad bike was yoinked off the roads, they don't have it anymore, and they were fined 50,000 dirham. And it's a message to all parents that if you have motorised vehicles in your house, it's not just going to be the kids getting called in, you're going to be called in, and that is a hefty, hefty fine.
Yeah.
So it's a message to protect road safety.
Yeah, it is not safe at all to have these. It needs parental supervision, but it also needs to be monitored. Like, it can't just be like willy-nilly and wherever road you want it to be. Like, that's not how it should be.
No.
Not at all.
And it's a real tricky one, because I imagine I've seen a good few of them also down by Kite Beach. They're obviously the absolute rage, right? Like, if you're a if you're a 15, 16-year-old kid, these are the coolest things you could be on right now. Oh, I don't know about ages, actually. You probably want, maybe you're thinking about cars. If you're a 12 to 13-year-old, these are the bee's knees. And so the parents have to really monitor them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Monday morning.
So let's get into this one story really quickly. Should we? I think so. Just a quick one. A Dubai taxi driver explained the safety features installed inside taxis across the city. And here's what he said. There's an emergency button, which basically can phone police authorities if there's any danger. And there are also 4 AI cameras installed. This taxi driver took us through the entire thing. One records the driver, one records the inside of the car, one records outside, and one records the passengers for safety purposes.
The system is designed to protect both passengers and drivers, ensuring accountability on both sides. Dubai taxis operate under the supervision of the RTA, Roads Transport Authority, which has continuously invested in smart technology to enhance passenger safety.
For many residents, this breakdown reassures them that if you're ever in a cab late at night, you are going to be safe 100% because of surveillance. So essentially, having surveillance is having constant surveillance the price of safety. I think it is.
100%.
That's what makes Dubai safe, is the fact that we have constant surveillance. So
I didn't realize taxis were so well equipped to make sure I'm not doing the wrong thing.
Right? I had no idea that they had so many cameras. I didn't know there were 4. I could see the one in the center, but I couldn't see that there were more than that. But essentially, having all these kinds of surveillance is what makes Dubai so safe. You might think that it's the opposite. Why would Dubai have so many cameras around if it's so safe? It's actually the vice versa. It's the opposite of that. The reason why it's so safe is because of all the surveillance.
That would be a very interesting deep dive for future, to learn more about the number of cameras that are,
right,
let's say, in different areas. But maybe a story for another day.
Yeah.
A very interesting one there to finish on. That is the end of the Lovin Dubai show. If you missed it, you can also listen in podcasts on your drive home. Thank you so much, Farah.
Thank you.
Ramadan Kareem, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye-bye. Bye.